Welcome back to another action figure review. In this review, we're going to be taking a look at Hiya Toys Exquisite Mini Aliens Colonial Marines. This character is actually Quintero, and this is the box that it comes in. The front of the box is a very large window box that shows the Quintero action figure and his accessories. On the bottom, we have the Aliens Colonial Marines. It looks like this may be, I'm guessing that's the Colonial Marines logo or insignia, Quintero nameplate, and here on the bottom right we have the Hiya Toys actual logo. It is a white there from the top to maybe the middle of the box, and then we start getting some more of that Predator artwork, which is pretty nice. Must look like a beehive or some kind of hive, or maybe a side of one of the alien eggs here along the bottom, but it is very nice detailed. So at the top of the box we have Exquisite Mini Aliens Colonial Marines and a photo shot of, I want to say it's a queen alien, but it may be just a normal alien, but it looks really cool. I love the blue and the black and the white goes together quite well. Really highlights the artwork on the figure. Looks fantastic. So the bottom of the box, there's nothing on the bottom of the box. It's just a black or really dark hive looking box. Of course, the side of our box continues that really cool artwork of a bunch of aliens just all in one spot. And it does say Aliens Colonial Marines on it. Love how they highlight that eye. Looks really nice. Very cool. And this side is pretty much the same as the other side. Fantastic artwork. On the back of the box, very top, we have Exquisite Mini Aliens Colonial Marines, 2 product shots of Quintero action figure. These are recommended ages 14 and up. Here on the bottom half here we have some Hiya Toys information. The 20th Century Fox owns the rights to Aliens brand, so all rights are reserved for this particular trademarks. And then we have Exquisite Mini. Exquisite Mini is a new stand series for 18th Super Articulation Araction figures under Hiya Toys. Is that what that says? ARAC. Typo there. There's the Twitter and Facebook information. And then we have warnings for choking hazard for any children under the age of 3. There's a UPC if that helps you find this figure if you are looking for it. I do like how they highlight the sort of technical kind of displays cut up in here. Looks very nice. The artwork on the box is very cool. Very nice presentation for the figures. And that's probably the best part of this whole thing is the box is awesome. So let's go ahead and get this thing out of here and see what we got. They're pretty much the same kind of clamshell you're going to see in any of your Hiya Toys offerings, like your Predators or Injustice figures or any other offering. It's Robocops. No, actually, no, the Robocops are different packaging. My bad. Inside here, we do have an back insert, which is really cool. So that's what I'm guessing that is the logo for the Colonial Marines. I have not seen any of the movies since, for years. So the United States Colonial Marines Corps. I love the way that is at their drop ship. It's very cool. Makes for a great background. The back of this thing is just a white card. It's quite thick though. So let me go ahead. You can see here that these packages actually have little indents here that you got to get by on both sides. It's not taped or anything. Well, there was tape on here. There is tape on the box. So let me go ahead and get this guy open. Okay, here we go. We have Quintero, the action figure. These are 1/18 scale action figures. A little background about these figures. They're, I think they're more or less some of. I think there were some soldier figures, some German soldiers that came out way back that were not the greatest quality, but I think these were really Hiya toys step up from that. These or some of their older figures. And they do have their issues. They're not perfect, but they have definitely improved on, especially on into the Predator line, Alien lines. So let's go ahead and take a look at that head sculpt. So Quintero is definitely sporting a mohawk. I am a big fan of the mohawk look on action figures. I think they look fantastic. Which you may have already noticed on these figures, unfortunately, for the skin, the arms, the hands, and the head, that is painted skin tone. So that's actually a problem when you're trying to actually play with your figures, as you can see right here. But we'll take a look at that. But overall, you can see here on the side, he has his face toned, and it looks like he has a shaved side of his head. So actually, we can see that he shaved his head. Just a basic expression, nothing fancy. Definitely can see that it's been painted, not molded. Eyes are painted pretty good. Just normal mouth and nose. Dark brown mohawk. Looks pretty good. Guitar is actually pretty cool. He has this very nice camo vest and the shoulder pads all one piece. And you can see right here Quintero's name. All the figures for the Colonial Marines have their name on their armor. That's actually very cool. Very cool. Behind this strap there is a star and a triangle. That's attached. I really can't move it too much. But the vest is camo is fantastic. On the back of his vest, he does have some kind of device. This is just pegged on. You can remove it. Some kind of camera, or that's what I'm guessing it is, a camera. And it's just a big hole right there. There is some artwork there. Somewhere here on the back of his vest. Love that camo, it looks fantastic. So all we have to do is just peg this thing right back on, and there it is. Now on this arm, you can see we move into a different style camo, more marine style camo, the blues and the whites. We have the American flag. That's awesome. On this one, we have some kind of decal there, very small. Not sure what that is, but it makes it look cool. Doesn't have a patch on each side of his arm. So moving down here to his waist, you have this thing's attached onto there. It's just one part of the actual harness there. He has this front flat part of his vest that covers up his crotch area. We have some kind of device here that's on his belt. It does move around a good bit. He has some little pouches there. And then we move down onto his legs. He has some sculpted pouches on his thighs. That's just part of the mold. Knee pads that are colored to camouflage like his vest and his knee shin guards. I guess I don't want to call them boots because they kind of the boots at the bottom don't kind of match this gray. So that's kind of looks like they would be removable here in real life. So like a shin guard over his boots. What I found super interesting about these figures is, if you can tell or not, right here, that ankle joint almost looks like a acid rain joint. Want there's some kind of correlation between those two companies at one point. Don't know. So, the articulation on these guys are pretty scary, I'll be honest with you. I've heated these figures up a couple times, so they're just, the tolerance on them are really, really tight. And I'm worried about the materials. So, I'm just going to go over it sporadically the best I can. You might not be able to demonstrate as much, but I can give you a general idea of what you're looking at. It's pretty much what you would expect from more of a modern style figure. His head does turn, but let's take a look at that neck. Let's see here. You must make you want to think that you can turn his head, but when you turn his head, it actually rotates here at the bottom of his neck. So I'm not sure if that's supposed to move or not. I can't get it to move. I'm betting the paint has been dried underneath there, because you can tell on some of these that they paint. It's definitely there, like right here. So, but it does rotate. It makes you think it's on a ball joint, but as what I'm willing to just demonstrate is that I'm sure you could get more if you're willing to risk breakage. The shoulders are on a ball joint. They do go. They're not going to raise up far as this pad. That's it. And it's very stiff. So it's basically just going to come out about right to here, if the most. Unless you remove the pad, the armor. The elbows seem to be pretty forgiving. Get about that much in the rotation there. So, shot of 90 on the elbows. And as you can see, what can happen here, once you start utilizing these joints, the paint wears off and you have those clear joints. But, sometimes that paint gets in there and it dries and it really gets a grip on there and you can break stuff. So, be careful. As you can see, the same situation here with his wrist. This wrist here has the, let's see if I can go out of there. It goes like this. But it's got paint in it and it's not worth breaking. This one here is on the top. So I think you have your hand like this. Yeah, there's a joint. It is also painted tight. Yes, I'm going to take these two upper leg balls here that you can move. He does have thigh rotation here, but it is extremely tight. The knees are actually pretty scary. They are double jointed knees, but these are more of a softer material, so it wants to bend with the force you're applying to your figure. So that's about all I can get at this point. So I can't get this joint to move very well, and these are, like I said, some of their first offerings. I am very, hesitant about doing anything like that. But the ankles do pivot down and up like your acid rain. There's no rotation 360. It's the acid rain joint. The arms do rotate here all the way around if the paint allows you. And fortunately, it's not going to. I get a little bit of rotation there, but then it starts getting tight. It's very frustrating when you're trying to actually, mess around with your figures. Just even getting their weapons in their hand for display purposes can be challenging with some of these offerings. But they're just, very cool. I mean, how else are you ever going to have a 1/18 scale Colonial Marines? Looks amazing. Not perfect. Far from perfect, but it is what it is. See if we can give him a stand. Yeah, stands pretty good. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the accessories it comes with. It comes with the Hiya Toys traditional stands, but these are very, very cool. These are grates that you would find on the floor of those ships or facilities that you see in the alien movies. But they do have the same traditional style with the brackets. So these will actually work with your other Hiya toy offerings. Peg there. Just so you know, like, these little pegs here and here can be quite irritating when you touch them. Like a gray wood. Yeah. If you ran your thumb across it really hard, you could really get maybe a little bit of irritation to your finger. But that just goes to the detailing of the actual stand. It's very cool. And again, you get the I and H brackets that goes along with it. Right? He does come with his assault rifle. It has a black mold and it has a silver wash over it. But then this part here is done in a green, dirty olive green, which is very cool. I do like these guns. Very nice. Next we have some type of scanner. You would put it in the figure's hand here, and we will be able to scan it. Looks like we have a little bit of green touches there, and he scans away when we're searching down the corridors for some aliens. Very nice sculpted. I mean, it looks pretty cool. Very nice. Next we have is heavy. What he's trying to say is this is a heavy machine gun. This is quite small. Kind of find it comical. It's kind of, I think it's out of scale in my opinion. It's very small. You have that that gun that they use, the heavy weapons gun is in the movies. It looks quite thin, but it's very nice detail. I mean, look at the handle there. You got the grip on it. You can see what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of small for being in this. It's very thin, but it is what it is, I guess, right? And the last accessory that it comes with is going to be his helmet. It follows through with that camo that's on his vest and lower legs. So he may have some kind of light device on his helmet. Could be a camera. It's your toy, you can make it what you want. Or if you're one of those guys that want to be accurate to the movie, you need to find out what that's supposed to be. Very nice. Let's see if it fits. You give it a good shoving. It'll fit pretty good. I think if they'd have made a space for his mohawk, it probably would have set down a little better. But, it doesn't look bad. Not too bad at all. So I was able to go ahead and get his gun in his hand without too much effort. It's quite tight, and every time you take that gun in his hand, you're gonna lose that paint on his hand, and every time you may just have clear hands. So too bad. So he also holds a scanner quite well. It's just a little tricky to get in there. There's not very much play for that style plastic that they're using for these figures. I like it. This thing I'm not going to even attempt because of limited articulation that I can get at this point in time. It is very small, as you can see. Like it's way small. So that's what you get for your Quintero action figure from Hiya Toys. Like I said, these are 1/18 scale. Retail price for these things were $19.99. They do have a nice present on the shelf if you have all of them. I believe there's currently 6 of them. If you do subscribe to my channel, will be doing some reviews for the remaining 5. So you're going to want to subscribe. That way you'll get notified whenever I upload those reviews. And we can take a look at that. I think the first 3 were kind of like the same kind of materials, and I think they might have improved a little bit on the recent 3 releases. So, but we can take a look at that and see what we got, and we'll compare each one together. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, like I said, hit that notification bell, like the video please, and subscribe. That way you get notified. And I will be doing a lot of other reviews for more Hiya Toy offerings like Predators and Justice figures. And I have plenty up for you guys to check out. So, thanks for watching. Happy hunting. Keep collecting. And we will see you in our next review.